What's going on, everybody? Mark Fleetwood here. Welcome back to the Daily Grind Trader. Today, I might actually be able to give a live look at a trade as I'm taking it. So, what I'm going to do is I'm going to set up this chart for Bitcoin, and I'm going to show you where I set all my lines, my supports, my resistances, and why I believe that I am 23 minutes away from entering a trade, and where I believe it will go, and take profit, stop loss, all that good stuff. Stay tuned. I'm going to show you everything. All right, everybody. Remember, I'm not a financial advisor. This is not financial advice. I'm showing you my trading strategy. I'm showing you my technical analysis and how I use it. That's it. You manage your own money. You manage your own risk. However, if you like this video, and especially if you like this style, this live trading style, please throw me a comment. Let me know. Like the video, and then subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. It means a lot. It does mean a lot to me. So it's much appreciated. So we're going to hop right in, and we're looking on the hourly chart. And what actually I need to do, I'm going to take fractals off, and I've just got 3 smooth moving average and RSI on the chart right now. But what I've got to do is I've got to go all the way back to September and like the summertime, so that I can get support resistance lines correct, because we haven't seen these levels of this price level in quite some time. All right, so now you see we've got some areas where we've crossed this price range. So we've got a line here where we've got a support resistance here, and good, it lines up here, it lines up here, it lines up here, going back, it lines up. All right, and then we've got one above us right around here, around 36.7. So we've got 34.8, 36.7. So that seems pretty good. We're going to go one more down below. Let's call that here. This seems to be pretty consistent, hitting areas. Get next one down, and then we'll do one more down and one more up. So next one down, I think we can do that here, and then we'll go one more up. And I think we hit this level here. Yeah, so I think we're good there. Let's bring this back. These are our levels of support and resistance we're going to trade on. And what you can get a good view at is what we did was we've been trading in a range between these two levels for a while now. It's been since the 21st, so since 4 p.m. on the 21st. It's been down and back up, and down and up quicker. And what I think is happening right now is we've tested the top one more time, or close to the top, but I think we were trying to get a run up, and it looks like we had a nice big bullish candle with some volume. This was a higher volume candle. I mean, we hadn't had one that high since 3 o'clock on the 22nd. And then we immediately fell back to the 21 moving average, and now we're falling back below it. If the current candle closes below the 21-day moving average, I'm going to take a short position to short back at least to this line of support, which would be at 2.62% from the current price now. Again, there's 20 minutes left, so I'm only taking this trade if the trade ends up below this moving average. And then however much we have, we'll take that. I'll take that up until the point where I guess 1.5% would be my lowest that I would take on that, just to give myself a decent enough stop loss so that I have enough room to have a decent stop loss so I don't get immediately stopped out, but not a big enough stop loss so that I take a big hit. So what I'm looking for is at least like a 2-to-1 risk or reward to risk ratio. So I put a short position on the current price. What I'd like to do is I'd like to get essentially this wick here, or this top of this last candle, and see, we're at 1.5, so it's still not bad. And if we go down, if we allow it to wick down to where we've had this price action before, where we've wicked down this low, we might get 2-to-1, but it's going to be close. And we can adjust this down too as the price moves. If it does move in our favor, then we can start to move this down to the 21 moving average, or to a take profit. If it starts moving in our favor, and it goes sideways in an area like this before touching, then before I go to bed at night, I will adjust this down so that my my stop loss would essentially be just a take profit. So I'm going to cut the video here, and we're going to wait. I'm going to wait about 18 minutes and see if this is a position I take. And I will show you how I take the position, how I immediately set the stop loss and profit stops, and then we can walk away from the trade. So with that being said, hang tight. I'll be right back. All right, guys, I got about a minute and a half, minute and 40 seconds left before I start this trade. It looks like we're going to close well under the 21 moving average. It looks like we're going to be good there. It also looks like we'll try to get a 2-to-1 risk reward to risk ratio, but that may not be possible. We might close it short here on the support line, but if we get a nice wick below, it could very easily happen for a 3.31% gain, which would be a 33.1% gain on 10x leverage. So it could be a very substantial move. But we're going to take a look. We're going to watch it here, and I'm going to go into KuCoin, and just to make sure that I have my leverage set where I want it. And if you're not aware of this little box here, you can use this slider to change the amount of leverage you use. I'm on 10x, but you can, you can dip your toes in. You can do a 5x leverage or 3x leverage or 2, whatever you want to do to dip your toes in to get some leverage, but not to feel like you were over leveraged with 10x. So just want to throw that out there, because in my how to leverage trade video, I don't know if I ever showed that slider. I don't think I did. I think I was just talking about how to, how to trade on 10x. So what we're going to do is we're going to go for a market buy. And we're going to go. I'm going to take 50% because I'm doing this on a swing, on a short time period swing. I'm going to go a little bit higher than I typically would tell you guys to go on leverage and debt ratio. It's going to put me around 80%. So I got 5 seconds left. 3, 2, 1. Oh, shoot. I almost bought instead of sold. So we're going to sell 50% at market price, and we're going to sell BTC. All right. Trade history or order history. Sell order. So average price of 35,670 and 10 or 0.10485. 0.10485. We're gonna go back to the chart. So there, 669. That's okay. And we're gonna go our 2-to-1 ratio. And our stop loss is still going to be the top of this second to last candle where we had our peak here. This was our sell down to put us into the sell position. So our stop loss is going to be 36,254. I'm going to go back to KuCoin and put a stop limit, a stop market, or we'll put a stop limit buy in, stop price. Our price is going to be 36,254, and our stop price is going to be 36,200. So our stop will trigger $54 less than our sell, then we'll sell at 36, or our buy, then we'll buy at 36,254 if we get triggered there, and the amount will be our 0.1048506. 104,85006. Make sure we get that right. And we'll put that in a supplement buy for our stop loss. Our stop loss is set. And then we'll go back to the chart and we'll take a look at what our take profit is. Our take profit is going to be 34,531. So let's go 550. We're going to move it up to 550. Just give it an even number. 34,550, and then what we'll do is here we'll do a stop limit. Our stop price will be 34,600, and 34,550, and then the amount will be 104,85006, and then and we will buy. So now we will have our stop orders in place. We have a stop loss at 36,254 and our take profit at 34,550. Alright guys, so what I'm going to do is, again, I'm going to step away and I'm going to come back when this trade closes or before I call it a night and see if we're in a good position, if we're in a bad position, if we're getting ready to take a stop loss or take a profit. So I will let you know. Alright guys, look, we're almost an hour into this trade and we had a nice big bearish candle. It's exactly what we wanted to see. And at this point, look, we're at this one candle, this 1 hour candle, with 6.5 minutes left before it closes, is at a 90.98%. It was just a little over 1%. Just a second ago as I started talking. But on 10x leverage, that's a 10% gain. It's a 10% profit. And if you were inclined to close this trade as is, you could easily do so and take your profits and stop. Now, if you have time on your side and you can manage this trade as you go, then keep an eye on it, but then bring your stop loss down. At this point where the candle is currently sitting, I would bring my stop loss down to just a little bit of a wick above the 21 moving average. So I'm going to do this here. I'm going to adjust my stop loss down to about here, down to about 35.9. Let's go 35.925. And we might not get it right on here, but knowing that's where we're going to put it. And then that gives us a much tighter stop loss. That puts it at 0.73 cents, which is a 7% loss, as opposed to when it was up here, it was a 16% loss potential down to a 7% stop loss. So there you go. Now you have a much stronger profit proposition, plus you've been able to cut your stop in half, and you are pretty confident that the 21 moving average will hold a support, and not only will it hold it, or will hold as a resistance, but not only will it hold as resistance, the next candle, the next hourly open, will have this 21 moving average fall. The average is going to come down lower, and then you even have more room, wiggle room for your stop loss. So I think I'm going to cut the video here. I'm going to let this trade play out. I'm going to be hoping for a, like I said, hoping for 34.550, but I might have to close it around 34.8, depending on how this looks, but it could get there. This is a very strong bearish move. And then what I'm seeing is, as well, is that I've got everything is currently in play. I've got my RSI below 50. We're getting all the moving averages in the right direction. So we have the 21 under the 50, under the 200. That was already in play, but it was just knowing that we were in this range that I don't really like trading ranges. So this was a trade I was hesitant to take. I typically don't like trading range, but after seeing it a handful of times, once it hit this top here, broke the 21 and then broke right back down, that was my catalyst for not only making this video, but then to get into this trade, because I felt like this was going to be a top and that we would retest either this bottom or at least this support line. So I wanted to go through my processes on how I make trades, how I decide on when to make trades, and this one was kind of a hodgepodge of all the different strategies that I use. But I always use the RSI. I'm always looking for RSI divergences and stuff like that. So coming back towards the 50 here on the RSI and getting below, I feel pretty strongly that this is going to carry momentum down. All the moving averages being in the right direction, and the fact that while we did break the downtrend, we never created an uptrend. We never created a trend going to the upside, in which case now this short, it's not like we're shorting against the trade. We're not shorting against the trend or anything along those lines. So that's it. I hope you enjoyed this solid video. I'm gonna go ahead and edit this thing up and hopefully get it out before the end of the night, so maybe you can watch this video and then see how this trade plays out on your own. You can watch this in real time and see if it plays out positively. So with that being said, guys, as always, until next time, peace.